welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me once more as I express some of my thoughts gathered from my life experiences. So, yeah, it's really kind of fun. I I go through an experience and then I kind of just like come up with some thoughts about it and I come to like a conclusion, and then there's like this key phrase that will just be like, wow, this is the key phrase for me that's going to get me through the situation that I'm going through. Or like, this is the key phrase that really connects an idea to really, I can really embody that idea. And that's how I do it. That's why my Instagram has a lot of phrases. So if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see a bunch of phrases and they're all in different colors, because I picked the colors specifically to go with the feeling that I was trying to get across with the words. So like it's an artful representation of something that I learned that makes sense to me, that's like a key phrase, right? So that's what my Instagram is for. Check that out. I do also have a Twitter account. If anyone does Twitter, they're just little things that kind of come to mind. Some of them are like inspiring, but others are just kind of like silly. Yeah, but I don't see a lot of people on Twitter, so I'm not sure, if I'm going to keep doing it. So like hit me up, follow me. If anyone starts following me, maybe I will tweet. I will tweet more. That would be cool. Because like I'll have like a little thing that comes into mind that I don't feel like it could be like, it's not like this key phrase that I would put on Instagram as much. Yeah. So follow me on Twitter if that sort of thing is fun for you. And then check out my Instagram page to scroll through some of my art, basically. My art is words. So I use words as a form of art. And yeah, so anyway, welcome to my channel where I am also expressing my art form. Okay? So I'm really glad that you're here watching my art on display right now. Okay, so the latest thing, I do want to update anyone who watched my last video, where I was feeling so relaxed in my neck and I felt like I could release some tension that I was holding on to, in regards to how I think about other people, which is a lot of what we do, right? Our interactions with other people. So it was like a couple days later, I'm like, I really just want to keep going with this releasing of everything. Let's just do everything all at once. And so I don't know. Yeah, I guess that is what happened. I leaned my head back, because I was trying to get the rest of my back to kind of align, and it felt really good because I leaned my head down a lot. So when I leaned it back, and it just felt like, yes, this is good. I want to lift my head up more, really get this posture going and relaxed. And so then it just like brought up a bunch of pain, like physical pain. And I think a lot of us were going through this where like some things were brought up and we're having to go through it, like the shadow of Mercury retrograde. That's what people were saying that it was. For me, I was like, did I do something wrong? Because I thought I was doing everything right. I had all my ducks in a row. And I was like, yeah, I had all the ducks in a row. We were going in the right direction. This was just part of the thing, was to run into my obstacle course and kind of experience the pain that was locked in. So it was like there's pain locked in the tension that I had to release. And so when it was trying to do that, it just, it had to come out, I had to feel it. So I was just trying to be aware of just the fact that like this is a process, and I was just in the process of feeling the pain and just doing my best to accommodate my body in whatever it needed. And so what ended up happening was, so this was the right side of my body, which I believe correlates to the masculine side, and the right is the feminine side. Feminine energy and masculine energy, right? They're two different types. So like the masculine energy is very active, the feminine is receptive. And basically what happened was this came up to show me that I was out of balance. And I didn't figure it out for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. It took me that long to figure it out, but I pretty much was just like, I have had it. I can't take this anymore. So I just zoned out on some old stuff, that old habits, I guess. Like I just watched TV and I just like laid in bed and I'm just like, I can't function. It hurts so much. I can't do it anymore. And when I did that and I woke up the next day and I was like, all right, I gotta move. I gotta do something. And I kept thinking in my head, we've got to move. We got to get up. Come on, let's take a shower. Let's get the day going. Like I couldn't move my body. My body was like, we're not doing anything. So I laid in bed like most of the day, just still in pain and just wanting to, I wanted to dissolve, right? And when I finally did get out of bed, I don't even know how it happened. Like I was just super, it was like all of the masculine energy, right? That gets up and goes. The masculine inside of you is the thing that takes action. Anytime you're taking an action, like that's the masculine energy, right? That part of me was just like, had turned off, had like gone away. So I saw that being the case. Like I got up to go like take a shower and I just felt super weird. I felt so weird and just like disconnected, and I just like couldn't really stand. So anyway, I went through my little process and I came out the other side and I was like, okay, I got out of the shower and I was like, all right, what do I need? And it's like the feminine side of me knows what she needs. And she's like, I want coffee, or I have this coffee drink that I have. It's not coffee, but I call it coffee. It's weird, right? I don't know why. Like it isn't coffee, but I call it coffee. Whatever. Anyway, I want this certain drink, and so I'm like, I want this certain drink, and so the masculine side was like, all right, I'm gonna make it. So yes, this is me the whole time operating, right? But like internally, I'm having this conversation. Like, okay, so here's what I need, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just do it. Because like the whole day before, the whole 2 days before that, like I was thinking in my head, like, I need to go to the gym. I need to maybe do yoga. I need to get up and move. But the entire time, like I just wasn't able, I just was just sitting there, just like zoned out, just like couldn't move. I couldn't like, yeah. So the next 2 days when I was like, all right, let's do this, I really could see that the whole reason that even happened was the disconnect of the two sides of me, right? The two energies that are within all of us. Everyone has these, okay? Everyone has the masculine and the feminine working together. It's working together to live your life. Live your freaking life, all right? And so it was the coolest thing because it was like in my mind, it's almost like the left and right hemispheres too, they have their, it's like the logical side and the creative side to your brain. Like that's because the creativity is the feminine and the logical is the masculine side. And that's inside your brain. Okay, so everyone has a masculine and a feminine part to them. And so mine were just not talking. Like it was like that my life theme doesn't just get resolved. So it's like your life theme is kind of like your struggle, right? And so it's like, oh, you got to do this to go climb up that mountain. And you get to the top of the mountain and you think you're done, but it's like that was just part of the mountain and there's more of it. And it's like, okay, gonna keep going. But there and even when I try to avoid having to go through my life theme by avoiding the certain people, it just gets played out in other ways, you know? Like my life theme is like one of my big themes is having a distant father and feeling abandoned. Okay, so that played out where my masculine side was like, I'm not doing anything like a masculine side is supposed to do. And I'm just like dying inside, just like, I need you, you know, like I need you and you've left me. So when I finally came to, I was like, okay, we're just doing this. Okay, so I got my drink. And it was like, all right, feminine side, what else do you need? It's like she knows what she needs, okay, to function. It's like, I need something to eat now. It's like, all right, I'm going to make something to eat. And then it's like, well, what else do you need? I want you to build a fire. I need a fire in the fireplace. So I built a fire in the fireplace. And wow, like I just spent half the day yesterday in front of the fire because I had gotten a bunch of wood and like kindling and stuff from this tree that a branch had fallen, and it was just like perfect. And I'd had this wood for like weeks and weeks just waiting, and I just have not built this fire. I've been avoiding it because to me this fire represents having a man in my life. Okay, and I haven't had a man in my life. And it's just been hard. And it's like, I could build a fire. Yeah, I know how to do it. Because I watched him do it. The man. I watched the man do it. I know how to do it. And so I hadn't wanted to build a fire because even just looking at the fire just reminded me of this guy. And it was just hard because of how things didn't work out. And just reminding me of all of the mistakes and things like that. So that did come up a little bit in my thoughts, but I'm like, you know what? I built this fire for me and we're just going to enjoy it. The masculine side of me built the fire for me. Like, yeah, we did this. So it's just this concept, okay, of like one side of you is like, hey, I need this thing. And the other side's like, all right, I'm going to go do it. And then what happens is we can be in harmony. And when you're in harmony, you're connected to yourself. When you're connected to yourself, then you can access the feeling states that you want. Like I've been talking about with feeling states. They're so important. And it's like, okay, when we have needs that are unmet, there's no way that we can access it's like the feminine side can access the feeling states for us. And when the feminine needs, she has needs, okay? We can't have those wonderful feelings without getting these needs met. It's like, put something in her hand. Okay, got my needs met. Now, I can bring us in. We can connect to peace. We can connect to love. We can connect to beauty. We can connect to the other things, the ones that I haven't gotten to yet. It's like joy. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I know that that's one that people like, you know. So in that, here's the thing. When you have a need that needs to be filled, and you need this part of you to take action, to take the action to fill the need, okay? that's going on inside of me. That's going on inside of me. When I forget that I have the action to do the thing, I feel like I'm going to look at this a different way now. But anyway, when I forget that, I'm like, I reach out to other people in my mind, I'm like, someone fill this need, and I'm so upset at everyone, and how come I don't hate being single? I'm never gonna find someone. Those kind of things happen only because I'm sitting here with my hand, like, waiting. All I need to do is be like, all right, here's what I need. Please, let's get this needs filled, okay? Then I can come back together, and it's like, I'm in. I'm now back to myself again. I'm all myself again. All right, so thank you for watching this. I'm going to continue on in the next video, more about feeling states, all right? But you gotta get the needs filled first. That's how it's gotta be. And we can't ask other people to do it for us. We can do it ourselves. See what I'm saying? All right, catch you in the next one.